All right, traders. This is Avil from the Tradepsyche, and a very warm welcome to you all. It's 9th of November and 10:45 p.m. Sunday. And first of all, apologies to you for not releasing the video on Saturday or maybe Sunday early. Right, not keeping good with my health. Right, I'm having a little bit of cold, not that much, but a little bit of cold. That's why was not able to make the video earlier. And this video might also come with a lot of cuts because I'm having cold, and I'm not sure whether it's with just me or with it's with everyone. But nowadays, right, with this coming as the time is passing, right, this viral and general cold and cough, it's getting more frequent. I'm not sure it's with you guys or it's with you guys also, or it's only with me that my immunity is low. But I'm just experiencing these cold and coughs more frequently. Not sure. I'm taking the medications, not antibiotics as in, but yeah, precautionary measures. All right. So welcome to the video, and in this video, basically, we'll discuss that the how the markets will look in the next week. We'll also discuss the how the markets were in the past week and how were they on the on Friday. We'll do a complete multi-sectoral analysis to understand that how the markets are looking on a broader perspective, that whether apart from Nifty 50 index, that whether the broader markets are looking good or they are looking bad. And with multi-sector analysis, we'll also do the OI data analysis, the change in OI data on Friday, and the change, like the total open interest, what bias is it suggesting, and what is the change in OI data basically on Friday, whether it's bullish, whether it's bearish, and what can be the direction and what can be the crucial levels for market tomorrow. So as the usual drill, we'll discuss that what are some of the crucial positive and negative global outflows. There's nothing negative as of now. I think there's one positive news that Trump has announced that he'll be starting to give $2,000 checks rather than handing out um, you know, uh, to United the budget to the United Healthcare, which used to manage the insurance and sector. Rather, he'll do is he'll start giving the $2,000 stimulus to everybody who are not very that much highly income persons. So this is one of the news which can, because what it will do is it will give more liquidity into the market, because if people, middle class people and lower middle class people in the US, if they are getting $2,000, so they will have more money in their hand. And whenever the people they have more money in their hand, generally it is seen that the markets they react in a positive way, because the market sees that yes, the more the money people have in their hand, more they will be able to invest in the market, right? So this is one of the points which can be taken as positive for the US markets. And when the US markets are positive, it can be taken positive by other global financial markets like India and all, right? As of now, from domestic perspective, there is no negative news as of now, and there is no bigger negative news from international perspective also. So there is I think Monday's opening will be little bit calmed down, because there is nothing big enough to factor in on the Monday's opening, right? Sorry for this noises. I'm just going bad with my health, and I hope you just bear me for couple of minutes. I'll try to keep this video short and short and sweet as much as possible, so that you guys, because it's almost the end of the day, and I don't want to eat much of your time. I'll quickly wrap up the video. So without any more discussion, without any more, we'll straight go to the charts and just all right. See what has happened on Friday, right? I'll switch to 5 minutes time frame. And what has happened on Friday is we were discussing this also in our Telegram group also, right? Theta Edge. But before starting the video, the link to the Theta Edge group, wherein we discuss each and everything about the trading, like where to go long, where to go short, what are the strategies, the moving average strategies, what is the current live OI data, the change in OI data, the dynamic change in OI data. We discuss everything. So the link to uh, the Telegram group will be in the description box. To do check it out on in the description box, right? So as we were discussing in our Telegram group that trading gap downs, big gap downs are always a difficult part of the trading, and exactly happened, and that exactly happened in on Friday, right? Uh, so we almost opened a gap down of almost I think 100, because if you see technically the markets they closed around I think 25 520, but we opened around 430, so almost it was a 100 point gap down. So the moment markets opened such a big gap down, the first 2 5 minutes candlestick market went more down 12 till 25 300. But as I mentioned, when this fall started, if 25 700 is being broken down on the downside, the first target will be 25 300, and exactly that target came. You can go and check out my past weekly analysis videos. I have mentioned the same, right? And the moment 25 300 came, we saw a sharp bounce. And why we saw a sharp bounce? There was the presence of a good support, because this is the essential level 25 300, from where the markets sustained for a couple of days at this point of time. And I already have explained, because if the prices are sustaining at certain level, it becomes a good resistance or it becomes a good support. And if the prices basically are going above that point, it becomes a good support. And the second point why the markets took support is it was at its 50 DMA. So whenever markets come at 50 DMA from the top, the first time it takes a good support. It takes a good support, right? So these two were essentially the point that why markets took support on Nifty. But the real deal was in Bank Nifty. If I go and if I make you guys see that what Bank Nifty has done is basically, there was a news from RBI, there was a circular from RBI which essentially made Bank Nifty ultra bullish. And Bank Nifty was the biggest contributor in the rally which we saw from the bottom on in Nifty, right? So this was the market on Fridays, and even after that, if you see Nifty, even after almost, what is the amount of what is the number of what are the number of points with how much the markets have rallied from 25 300, essentially the markets rallied till 25 550. So from bottom, Nifty rallied 250 points. It's not a small thing, right? And the biggest contributor was Nifty Bank. And even after making a 250 points rally, Nifty ended 17 points down, right? So it is not like that. If you see from bottom, you might see that yes, it's a very good recovery, but on a day to day basis, Nifty closed 17 points down. So it's not a strong closing, I would say, but it's still a decent closing. So now let's quickly discuss that what levels we can keep, and why. Keep this line in your memory, right? The coming week in the market, the coming week will be very very important week for the market. And essentially this week, right, it can set the tone for coming 3 to 4 weeks, because mark in the markets right now a very very big trend is about to emerge. Why I'll tell you. Almost, if you see from this point, right, Nifty broke out from this level, from this channel, and it's a technical breakout retest. And if this trend line is being broken down on downside, so it might break down, give a retest, and markets will be preparing for a bigger down move. If at all this probability does not happen, so the next probability which can happen is a ultra big breakout for the level of 27,000. So why this week is very very much important, I'll tell you. See what the markets are doing currently now. Markets took a breakout from this level, the level of 25 500, which is a very very big psychological number. A breakout happened and a retest also has happened. So now whenever we see this kind of price action, like this is a very good resistance level, the markets have broken out this level, and when it comes for retest, the majority number of bulls, they don't, the bigger number of bulls they get added at this point of time. The big money, the smart money, they are not able to enter at this point of time. But whenever the markets in the momentum they try to break out a resistance zone, it will always and always come for a retest, because at this point if the big money has to go bullish, at this point it will go bullish. So now this is the reason why. And if this level does not hold in the next week, and the next week is if the closing is somewhere below 25,300, 25,500, then that can be a sign of a trend reversal, a bullish trend reversal in the markets, right? Now we will discuss some of the crucial levels from weekly perspective, right? So first thing first, it's the first weekly close after what, 1 2 3 4 5, after 5 weeks we are able to close below prior weekly low. So from that perspective we are negative. So first we'll also go at a monthly outlook. So from monthly perspective, the markets are looking healthy as a horse, right? Unless and until we retrace the prior monthly candlesticks 50 percentage, we don't need to worry from a positional perspective. So what is the 50 percentage mark? 50 percentage mark is exactly 25,300, or rather to be more precise, the 50 percentage mark is 25,350. So that is also, we also now we have found out the third reason why markets took support from 25 300 350 zone, because this is a 50 percentage retracement of this candlestick, and if we start to close on a weekly basis below the 50 percentage of the prior monthly candlestick, then I think it is very highly probable that we might do the prior monthly low, which is near to 24,600. All right. So I think from monthly perspective, unless and until we go down below on a daily closing basis or weekly closing basis below 25,300, we are good to go. For from the positional perspective, so on the monthly time frame, so what markets have done essentially is, if you see from price action perspective, we were continuously falling from 5 months. So the sixth month was a green month. We did a breakout, we retested, and now it is a good point for a continuation in the market. So from monthly perspective, there is nothing to worry about the trend, unless and until we close daily or weekly below 25,300 or 25,200. Then we need to worry, because the prior 50 percentage of the month will be retested. So from weekly perspective, let's go and look at the weekly time frame. So from weekly perspective, we need to worry a little bit. Why? Because it's the first closing which is below 5 weekly MA and below even previous weekly down. So from weekly perspective, my stance will be sell on rise. I will be looking for sell on rise opportunities unless and until I close on a week to week basis above prior weekly high, that is 25,800, right? So the no trading range we will define on daily or hourly time frame, but above 25,800, if the markets they start to close on a daily basis, I think the first level, and this breakout will be a very big rally and very big breakout, stronger and bigger than the past rally which we have seen, bullish rally. So any bullish sign, if you are a positional player, swing we will discuss about. If you are a positional player, unless and until the market slows on a daily basis about 25,200 or on a weekly basis, you do not have to go long. Above 25,800, if you see a close, the first level which you can target is 26,100. Above 26,100, second level you will see is 26,300 280, and 26,500 and 27,000. It will be ultra bullish breakout. So if you are a bull in this market and you think that from this perspective the markets will be bullish, then the only level which you have to wait for to go bullish is 25,800. A daily close of 25,800 can be a good thing, right? From the downside perspective, the level which the markets have to protect is prior weekly low, which is 25,320. That's it. That's the only level which the markets have to protect, because that is the 50 percentage retracement of prior monthly green candlestick, and that is also the retest level of this breakout zone, because prior, I think around 15th of September, right, the markets made a high of 25,300, but it took a sharp resistance from that this zone. So the market, so this is the price action, basically breakout, retest, continuation, and this was the level which was a resistance zone, but which got converted into support zone. So if the markets they try to break the prior swing, the markets will not be bullish. So if you are a swing bear, if you want to swing bear, the only level which you need to wait to break on the downside is 25,300. Below 25,300, the first level which you will definitely see, if a daily closing comes below 25,300, the first level which you will see is 25,000. Nobody can if the markets they close below 25,000. And that's why I'm saying this week is the most crucial week, because the moment markets start to break 25,000, I think 24,600 will be a piece of cake. And the moment this swing low will be broken down, 25 24,330, I don't think the bottom levels, these levels will be um you know will be spared. I think then markets will enter into a technical bear market with formation of a classic double top M pattern, and markets can retest this. So that's why I'm saying this week will be very very crucial and very very important, if at all we, because this is the first closing which we have seen below prior weekly low. If we get a second confirmation candlestick like this, then I think from weekly perspective, I think markets will be poised to retest this one. So the bulls, they have to save the markets from closing below prior weekly low, at least for this week, right? So below levels I have also discussed. Let's go to daily time frame. Daily time frame markets have taken a good support from a good support zone. So that's why I'm saying if the markets they start to move below 25,330, I think nobody can stop the market to achieve 25,000. So on a intraday basis, tomorrow Monday, which is the level above which you have to go long, is 25,550. If the markets on an hourly basis or 2 hourly basis, if they are sustaining about 25,550, so you can initiate a small long at this position. But I'm repeating, unless and until markets are not closing above 25,550, don't even try to go long. So your no trading zone will be this one, 25,300 and 25,550, 250 points of no trading range. Above 25,550, the first level which you will see will be the level of 25,680. Above 25,680, the level which you will see is 25,750. That's it. Below 25,300, the first level which you will see is 25,250. Below 25,250, 25,000 is a piece of cakewalk, because there is, this is the last support zone which the market has at this point of time. If this breaks down, I think this whole rally will be poised. Now, talking about all these points, we also have this thing. We also have this trend line coming from this point. Now this trend line has been tested four times. One, two, three, four. Now if the markets they come for a fifth time retest, this time this trend line will not be spared. It will break down, and this will be a very very sharp fall towards the level of 22,000. And 22,000 level also have taken a support multiple times, one, two, three, four, five, six times. So if the markets they now come at 22,000, 20,000 level will also not be spread, and the market straight will jump to the level of 20,000. That's why this week is so important. That's why I'm focusing on this week a lot. All right, traders. I hope you are getting the context that the markets the markets are at such a crucial level. All right. So, from a trader's psychology, from a trader's perspective, what perception, what strategy you will have to apply for the next week? Just wait unless just wait till the markets are in this level. Just wait. Do not punch any trade. We in our Telegram group we do not trade on intraday basis. We trade on swing, and we trade on swing positional perspective, right? So unless and until the markets breach out these two levels, 25,550 or 25,300 on the upside and downside respectively, don't enter into the market. Even if you want to trade with a very very small quantity, like one tenth of your actual quantity, so that you do not have to lose much in the market if the markets are going sideways in this zone, right? So from past, I think 6 to 7 sessions we have been coming down. This is a good support. So the markets they might take a support here, but if the support does not come, and if the markets they look weak, this you will get to know by Monday and Tuesday, max to max Wednesday. Okay, because from my perspective, if the markets have to take a pause at this point of time, so I think three pauses will be sufficient to decide the next trend. All right. So from early perspective, if at all you go and see, so from early perspective, we are still in a proper sell on rise market, wherein we saw a sell, then slight rise, then again we saw a sell, then slight rise, then it is a high probability that from this point also we might again see a sell. So from the top we have a resistive trend line coming, and I'll give you the trend line. So this is a resistive trend line which we are seeing, and again markets are trying to take resistance from it. So unless and until even this trend line breaks out on the upside, do not try to go low. Right, level, you know that above which level you have to go long. So let's talk about on how you can treat the markets on the basis of opening. See, if the markets are opening a very big gap up tomorrow, so the bias will be buy on dips, because this whole rally, the shorts in whole rally will be kind of getting scared if the markets are opening roughly around 25 600 or 25 5 above 25 550. Then it will be a stupidity to stay in shorts, right? So how do you trade a big gap up? Let's suppose a market has opened a, roughly 80 to 100 points gap up. So wait for the markets to give you a calm down, and that calm down will definitely come around 10:30 11 o'clock. Let the market make a bottom on early time frame or 15 time frame. If you are seeing a bullish price action, then start going long above 25 600. That's the only level. All right. If the markets are opening a very big gap down, my scenario will be sell on rise, because I think from my perspective now, if the markets they are opening a decent gap down like 60 70 points, roughly around this level, then I think, you know the one price action which markets can try to make is this: a rally and a W shaped bottom. So that's why I'm saying you do not have to short the markets unless and until we cross the Friday's low. That's it, right? So even if we try to, open a decent gap down, don't try to short the market. The markets might be in a mood to make a double bottom double bottom based recovery. So even if you are opening a gap down, don't be in a hurry to sell the market, right? Getting my point? Unless and until 25 300 breaks down on the downside, don't short the market, right? So this was the discussion for Nifty 50. Let's quickly go to Nifty Banks discussion. From weekly perspective, Nifty Bank has made a third doji, and this is why I'm saying the markets now they are expecting a very big trending move. So from weekly perspective, Nifty has closed below prior weekly low, but what Bank Nifty has done is it has technically taken a pause, and whenever we see a trending phase, and after that we see a sideways phase, so technically markets are poised for a bigger breakout. Bank Nifty is saying that, because I do not see any negativity in Bank Nifty. Yes, the negativity was coming in, but Friday's Bank Nifty's movement it changed the complete scenario, because Bank Nifty was poised to close below prior weekly low, and it was a technical sell trigger. But somebody, they wanted to save the market. They launched the news. They brought the news in the market, and Bank Nifty recovered. So Bank Nifty is making back to back, dojis, and we have a trend line coming from the top. So once this trend lines, is taken out, I think Bank Nifty will be very bullish. So still Bank Nifty's the bias, the momentum in Bank Nifty will only and only come above 58,000. Any daily closing, I think Bank Nifty is also not able to close. I think yes, it was able to close, but from a daily perspective, but I think if it's not able to close on a weekly basis above 50,000, then there is some problem. So unless and until Bank Nifty closes above 58,000, do not try to go long. Above 58,000, if Bank Nifty tries to close on weekly basis, so the next level will be prior weekly high 58 500, 58 400 to 500, and above 58 500 there will be a big breakout in Bank Nifty for 59,000 and 60,000. But below prior weekly low, which is 57 100 or 57 200, there is a big scope for Bank Nifty to go on downside, right? Let's go to daily time frame. And this daily time frame, this is the point which I'm talking about. Bank Nifty was accurately poised to close below prior weekly low and prior daily low, but the news came and suddenly Bank Nifty took a support from the level of 57 200. So this will be a very crucial level for the next week for Bank Nifty. And Bank Nifty, since I'm talking about this trend line is coming from the top, and unless and until the market, see what Bank Nifty is trying to make is a bullish flag and pole pattern. So if you technically see, this is the pole, this is the flag, and if the markets are trying to break, we can see a definitely this kind of momentum in Bank Nifty. So I am not at all bearish in Bank Nifty. From weekly perspective, I am bearish in Nifty, but Bank Nifty is looking strong. And if Bank Nifty is looking strong, it can definitely make Nifty strong next week. It totally depends on the Bank Nifty. If we are breaching the Friday's low, then I think there is a problem in Bank Nifty again, right? So Bank Nifty has a no trading, has a very big no trading range from 57,200 till 57,900. 700 point range we have in Bank Nifty. So unless and until the markets are in this 700 point range, you do not have to trade. Go swing long above 58,000 for 59,000, 60,000. Go swing short below 57,200 for 57,000 and 56,000. That's it. Let's go to early time frame. And early time frame, same gap down happened. We saw a very sharp recovery, and now the Bank Nifty has to take a decision whether it has to be in this downward channel, or whether it has to break out this channel like this, or it has to give another breakdown, and this time the downward channel will not sustain, because it is already 3 to it has already given 3 to 4 hits to that downward trend line. This time it will not be saved, right? So still Bank Nifty is in a shrewd range, and please wait for the Bank Nifty to take out this range, because the moment this range is being taken out, I think it is a bullish flag and pole pattern, and I think we can see from like 54,000 to 58,000, 4,000 of movement. It's pending. So the targets are coming till 61,000 in Bank Nifty. So that's what I'm saying. If the Bank Nifty is trying to give a breakout, don't try to short it. I'm not seeing any negative sentiment in Bank Nifty. Unless and until Bank Nifty closes below 57,000, don't try to short Bank Nifty. That's it. So now let's quickly do a multi sectoral analysis, and after that we'll do the OI analysis to take out the bias in the market. Alright, traders. So Nifty IT, what Nifty IT has done is, last week what we discussed is essentially that Nifty IT is trying to reverse, but still it has not closed below prior weekly low, so we are on a pause mode. But this week Nifty IT has closed below prior weekly low, and our stance officially turns sell on rise in Nifty IT. So unless and until Nifty IT is not closing back up again 35,800, don't try to buy IT stocks. This is not a buy sell recommendation, but Nifty IT is not looking bullish. So you can look for bearish opportunities in Nifty IT below 34,000, 34,750. That's it. So sell on rise mode for Nifty IT. And Nifty Auto, it was also it closed down, it closed below prior weekly low, I think 2 weeks back, but this week Nifty Auto was also saved. So Nifty Auto has made a kind of doji on the bottom, and it is suggesting that it might go for a recovery mode. So still pause in Nifty Auto unless and until it takes out the prior weekly high. So this is the range for Nifty Auto. Unless and until Nifty takes out this range, Nifty Auto takes out this range, it will be in the pause mode. Nifty Metal, if at all you want to see, Nifty Metal is, I think, on a pause mode. Last week also we saw a good profit booking from the top, and we gave a pause stance on Nifty Metal. Still my stance will be the same, because we have not yet closed below prior weekly low in Nifty Metal. So the pause will be still on, the stance will be still on pause. Coming to the broader markets, how the mid caps are faring is, now this is a very interesting point. So as we were talking about Nifty mid cap, the momentum has started to slowly fade down, and this is a proper price action wherein the price, it slowly fades down, and we will be ready for a bigger fall like this in Nifty mid cap 150. So technically this is a red candlestick after one, two, three, four, five green candlesticks, right? So the weekly low of this candlestick will be very important, and weekly high will also be very important. The bullish momentum looks to be fading away and looks to be exhaustive, and the bears they look to be, coming back. They are looking to come make a comeback. So be very cautious in mid caps. Whether the story is same for Nifty small cap, yes. As we were talking about the fading momentum in Nifty small cap last week, Nifty small cap has closed below prior weekly low, and this is the same story in Nifty IT as well. So yes, the markets from the broader perspective, they have started to go bearish. So the only bullish sector which I am seeing in the market is Nifty Bank. If Nifty Bank gives up the support for Nifty for the next week, I don't think Nifty 50 will be able to hold itself, because small caps are bearish. Nifty mid caps have taken a pause. Nifty metal have taken a pause. Auto have taken a pause. IT has gone bearish. Only the bullish sector which is taking the market up is Nifty Bank. That's it. So now quickly we'll go to the OI data, the change in OI data, right? Since Friday on Nifty we saw a very sharp pullback from the downside. So it will be very natural. And why, I'll tell you why this sharp pullback came, because after a Friday happens, right, the general anticipation for the market to open on Mondays and close in positive direction. This is the basic anticipation of the market to be a green Monday. So in that perspective, the markets have carried longs, and the data is slightly bullish. I'll not say very highly bullish, the data is slightly bullish. And there are 3 CR, almost 3 CR of longs and 1 CR of shorts. And the biggest support which has been added is at 25,300, right? The total open interest, we have a big support at 25,300 and a decent resistance at 25,600, but a very good resistance at 26,000. So don't expect the market to give you a very big rally unless and until a very positive news comes in. So the data, the change in OI data is slightly bullish, on the bullish side, right? If you talk about Bank Nifty's OI data, Bank Nifty's OI data is ultra bullish. That's what we are seeing as of now here, because we are seeing an addition of almost 10 lakh longs and unwinding of almost 2.5 lakh shorts. So the data in Bank Nifty is ultra bullish, but we have to see that whether this data supports the sentiment in the Bank Nifty or not. So still we have a very high number of shorts at 58,000. So if the markets they start to sustain a 58,000, these shorts will start panicking. All right. So this was the OI perspective. From OI perspective, the markets are looking healthier from the last week analysis. The OI data is not that much negative, but the weekly closing on Nifty is looking little bit dangerous. So how to, capture the uptrend move, where to, how you will get a sign. So I have told you each and every level, but the one level which nobody will tell you about is this level, 25,550. This we have discussed also. Above 25,550 it will be first sign. If the markets are sustaining on a daily basis level above 25,550, this will be the first sign of this whole weekly rally getting resumed on the upside, right? All right, traders. So this was the complete analysis. I hope you must have liked the video. If there is, any information which I'm missing here, my all apologies to you, because my health is not holding. Already you will see lot of cuts in this video. This video will not be shot in one go, because my nose is currently flowing, and I have to, take out, I have to reach out to my handkerchief and, do the stuff. So I'm not holding good. So apologies if the quality of the video or if the quality of my content is getting degraded for this video. I'll come back stronger and healthier next week. Cheers, stay safe in the market.